entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
This is Vigilance Sports with Art Vigil and friends.
Rick, where'd you get a hand grenade?
Show me the money!
All I see is money, 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 money. All I see is money, 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 money. All I see is money, 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 money. Yeah. All I see is money, money, money. You got it, money. Hey.
Cam, what's going on?
Surviving. How about you? It's been a while.
It has been. And it's been almost a whole football season.
That's right. That's right. How'd you do? Did you win any leagues?
That's a great question. No, I did not. I made the playoffs.
Yeah, me too. But didn't win.
Yeah,
It was a tough season though.
it was a weird season.
It was weird season, yeah.
Even my betting, I didn't do very well. And I typically do pretty good with sports betting. But no, the one that always stands out is the Bengals played the Jets.
Oh
The
yeah.
Bengals, I think they had just beat who did they beat? I think they beat the Ravens 40-something to 7. And so I'm like, hey, the Bengals are going to be real. So I put a little bit of money on it.
Yeah.
And Mike White, who I've never heard of, and I probably will never hear again, just being Joe Montana that day, Dan Marino.
That's right. That's right.
And the Jets beat the Bengals, and I was
That's right.
freaking out. I was yelling at the TV, and I had just got it. I had just got a new 85-inch TV, and I literally was gonna.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I put a
You
little.
almost broke it.
I almost broke it. Yeah. Luckily, I missed. I missed it. My soda can. We'll call it soda can. Missed it.
Nice.
I just could not believe it. Could not believe that that happened. So anyway, where are you at today?
I'm at home in Roseville,
Nice.
Sacramento. How about you?
I'm home in my office. Yeah, I'm Lake of the
Okay.
Woods. Yep. How about those Dolphins? Did you get a chance to?
I didn't watch too many games this year, but they put up a fight. Not sure what happened with the coach, but it's crazy, yeah. And it's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole different discussion that we will not be touching upon.
I don't want to touch that.
No, not even a little bit. Dolphins were the first team to go 1-7, and then they lost 7 in a row, and then win 7 in a row, and not make the playoffs. So that was a very, very interesting season for the Dolphins. I'm a huge fan. I watch every game.
You watch every game, so you have the
NFL ticket. Yeah,
the NFL ticket. That's a term. Is it still, I guess, organized by DirecTV? I don't know if you can get it on.
No, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can get the Red Zone on Dish and maybe Amazon Prime, but DirecTV, I think, owns the rights until next year.
Yeah.
And I've been a DirecTV user or subscriber, I should say, since the late 90s because of DirecTV.
Wow.
And I can't wait for somebody else to get it. I hope Amazon.
You mean the Sunday ticket?
Yeah, the Sunday ticket. Yeah. It's I'm not saying it's expensive, but it's kind of expensive.
It is expensive.
But they're the only ones that have it, right? So
that's true. And that's
I could either spend my money and have my 3 TVs that I watch on Sundays.
That's awesome, man.
Or go to a sports bar and spend probably the same amount of money. So
yeah, on drinks and food. No.
And driving and Ubering.
And driving,
Yeah. No. Super Bowl. Who's going to win?
I mean, just looking at the teams, And looking at talent, um, I would say the Rams will win. I think
Yeah,
they have, I don't know if they have more to prove based on, I mean, I think it was from the beginning how they acquired all the top talent. It's either you win or bust, right?
right.
So I think they have a good chance, and I think they'll do it. I know a lot of people have, a chip on their shoulders, which is Matthew Stafford, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
Uh, of course, the other this I forgot his name.
Vaughn.
Donald's have a Super Bowl? No, right? Or Donald doesn't have a Super Bowl ring either.
No, he
So
was part of the team that lost to the Patriots like 13-3 or something like that.
that's right.
The worst Super Bowl I've seen in like 30 years. But yeah,
13.
yeah.
No,
I think we were hanging out here at the sports lounge and we're all excited. It's Super Bowl, right? And
yeah.
we've been lucky over the last 20 years. We've had
It's
a
seriously,
lot of
yeah.
really good Super Bowls. Last kick, like the Patriots typically win theirs. But anyway, that particular game was just so bad. Like I just we were sitting there. I'm like, I don't even want to watch this. It was
It's just a defensive
it,
game, huh?
yeah. I
That was
felt like I was at a friend's house and they wanted to show me their wedding videos, and I'm like, this is horrible.
It's like, how many quarters did I go through this, right?
Exactly.
And hopefully you didn't bet on over.
Yeah, no kidding. That's actually a really good point. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Because they probably the last, like you said, the last games or last Super Bowl game has gone over, right? Because there have been high scoring games.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah. You know what? I'm not sure. I'm. I feel like I need to bet on the Bengals, and not just the spread, because I think the spread's what, 4.5 points, 5.
4.5, yeah. I think it's
Is it
4.5 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. They've had this magical run. I mean, they should have lost to the Raiders.
That's right. They should
I
have.
mean,
Yeah.
the Raiders would have tied it, I think, if Carr didn't throw the interception. But so I get they're at home, first game, they won. All right, it's the Raiders. Burrow gets sacked 9 times against Tennessee.
Seriously. And
Tannehill throws
still
3 interceptions. That's why they won that game. Defense. No, it wasn't
yeah,
offense.
defense, yeah.
And then Kansas City. I mean, they took a
Oh,
dump in the second half.
True.
Yeah. I mean, they should have kicked that field goal. I
They
mean,
sh-
yeah.
yeah.
At the end of the game. Yeah. At the end of the half.
The half, yeah, they
Yeah.
should have. Don't know why they try to do that, which is pretty
They're being
dumb.
arrogant. They're
Yeah,
being arrogant. Yeah. Yeah. It's Andy Reid and
It
Mahomes.
costs, Andy Reid is just like, what are you doing?
Right. No, I totally agree.
So do you think Bengals defense is better than the Rams defense?
No, I don't. There's when I look at like all the skilled positions, I think the only skilled positions that I think the Bengals compare with is the wide receivers. The Bengals have Chase, they have T. Higgins, and they have Boyd. And the Rams have Cooper Kupp, OBJ, and Jefferson, I think his name is.
Yeah.
And so I think those are the only ones. Like Mixon's good. I think Mixon's a better running back than the Rams have. And who do they have? They have what's his name? The kid from Georgia that played at New England. I always forget his name.
Michelle.
Yeah,
Sony Michelle.
Yeah, exactly. And then they have the guy that just came back from his Achilles being ripped apart and over the summer, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so that's the defense. I think the Rams defense is better. I think the Rams defensive line is better. The offensive line they gave up 9 sacks to Tennessee.
Yeah, no.
Again, if I would sometimes I'd be clear-headed, I should be betting on the Rams. But
that's what I'm thinking too. But like you said, anybody could win, right? So
well, not only that, but they've been on this run. I mean, they beat Kansas City twice.
That's insane.
It's in my head, so that's why I haven't come out and actually said who I think is going to win. But on Friday's podcast, I will. because I'm looking at all the numbers, and if I just go by numbers, it's going to be the Rams. There
Yeah,
has to
by
be,
numbers. Yeah.
yeah,
That's what I'm looking at.
right,
I'm looking at maybe some intangibles with, like you said, this run. Will it stop or keep going? Right. So that's
right,
sometimes for Fanalyze, we have the graph for trends. Sometimes you just go with the hot hand, right? So
exactly, exactly,
and momentum is definitely a factor. But you have to understand that Rams are at home too, right? So they actually have a home advantage, which usually you don't at a Super Bowl. Well, last year Tampa Bay had it because
yeah,
it was in Tampa Bay. But they're more comfortable. They're probably sleeping at their own house or home.
they are definitely.
So I don't know how much that goes into a factor, but they could be also too comfortable, right? So
That's what I'm thinking. Their kids are around, their girlfriends and their wives are around. I mean, they're going through their daily routine where the Bengals, they're at their hotel and they're
yeah,
focused
the
and they're,
focus, the
yeah,
focus part that could be an
exactly.
issue, yeah, for being at home, and everyone's probably trying to get a ticket from them.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, it's I know I see what you're saying. We'll just have to watch, right?
Yeah, where are you going to watch it?
I think a sister-in-law invited us for the Super Bowl, but we'll see. We won't just watch it at home. Sometimes I like peace and quiet and just watching it and trying to just focus on the game. But I don't know. That's me sometimes. How about you?
Yeah, we've had a couple of ideas passed around me and the guys. The easy one is going up to our local sports bar here in the lake, the sports lounge,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
get into big TV, or sorry, not TV, big table, put like 5 tables together, and we all kind of sit around and watch the game. My buddy Chad, he has a boat on a huge boat, actually. Some would say a too big of a boat. Like I think it's 3 stories, 4 stories or something. It's just ridiculous.
Wow.
I haven't been there yet. I've seen pictures, but he was like, "Hey, why don't we go to Orville and watch the game?" I'm like, "Oh, that's not a bad idea." And then I threw out what because when the Eagles beat the Patriots, we were up at South Lake Tahoe. So I'm like, "Hey, why don't we do that?" And now it's Wednesday, so I think we're probably going to the sports lounge. That'd be my guess, since we can't decide what we actually want to do.
The boat sounds really nice, actually.
No, yeah. I'll send you a picture of it after the call.
I mean,
It's ridiculous.
it's not moving, right? I don't get seasick.
No, it's in Orville, so yeah, it's no.
Okay.
I mean, last year I think you got it last year. We were invited a couple times and we were out of town, so
Yeah.
But yeah, he sent me a picture of it. I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding me.
It must be.
You got to be kidding me.
It must be
But
balling.
no, it's yeah,
three-story yacht.
exactly. That's basically what it is.
Very nice.
So you mentioned your app, which I have to say I am an investor, so let's throw that out there.
Very good. Thank you.
I saw your email this morning. That was pretty impressive. Your updates.
Good. No, it's been a while since I updated investors. Public reminds us to update, and usually you try to do it every quarter, but it's something we should continue to do. But no, I'm glad you're impressed with the update. We're still continue to grow. I know that patent was very important to us.
Yes, that was very impressive. I love that. Good job.
And when you file a software patent, it's just like flipping a coin, right? So
Right.
you don't know if it'll probably get approved or not, but we risked it and got it granted. So definitely a big win for us.
Do you feel comfortable talking about it? What the patent is, or do you want to?
Yeah,
under
no, I
wraps?
can talk about the patent.
Okay.
At first we didn't think about filing because, like I said, software is tough to get approved. Every time we pitch investors, like how are you going to protect your company from competitors? Do you have any IP? I'm like, no. But so I was like thinking, okay, let's look, thinking about filing a patent. So we consulted a few attorneys, and they actually said, like, you have a fighting chance. And the patent is really our process of analyzing and comparing players or teams.
Right.
So the method is searching multiple players to get a side-by-side analysis. You get the data visualization and stats and images as an output, and that's really our patent. Just using the search part to analyze sports entities, which is players or teams, to get that analysis. So, but very happy that we got that approved. But yeah, we have another one pending, and hopefully that goes through too. But we never know.
Well, I've actually raised money like you are going through that process in the past, and having an answer for how you're going to fight off competitors, and you go, bam, you got a patent. You're like,
That's
hey,
right.
yeah,
Usually, we'd say patent pending, or like
right.
we'll say it's granted. Here's our application number, right? So they don't have to go forward with additional questions to that. We just, like you said, answer it quickly.
How's the fundraising coming along? Are you guys out doing anything?
You know what? No, we have we're fundraising on a syndicate right now on Angel List.
Okay.
One of the local firms here wanted to help us, called
Nice.
Evolution Accelerator. So we're on there trying to raise a little bit more money. But my goal is, in a few months, kind of get more traction, which is more users and revenue, and then raise a seed round at a higher valuation, and of course more money, right? So
Right.
maybe close to 1 to 2 million seed round. But yeah, I'm preparing for that. We're not really focused on that now, but definitely getting ready for it.
I'm assuming football season is your busy time, right?
Yeah, I mean that's a busy time for
Everybody, yeah.
for everybody. Yeah, you see how much New York waged in the month of January when they first launched?
I did not. I'm assuming it was like 30 something million, but that's just a guess.
Times 5.
Really?
$1.6 billion in a month.
Okay, California, I know you're probably not listening, but get your shit together. Come on.
Seriously.
I mean, come on. We got weed going. Why don't we
know.
You want more tax revenue? Hello?
And they made millions of tax revenue in just a month. It's insane. Yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully California will go through, maybe, I don't think this year, but maybe the end of the year, but possibly next year. So we'll be ready for that. Yeah.
Why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long in California? Because if I remember straight, and you probably know this more than I do, they had something in the Senate or the Assembly, I guess it would be, a couple of years back, maybe even 2 years ago. Is it because the pandemic slowed everything down, or is it the Indian casinos that are like, whoa, we need a sports bet here, we don't want all these other guys? I mean, what do you think the holdup is?
I think it's the Indian casinos. Everyone wants the piece, and right now they control a lot of the, I would say the casinos in California.
Right.
And that's really, they want a piece of it and make sure they get some revenue in return, and it doesn't affect their bottom line, right? So, but I think, I think everyone will win. So it will definitely be approved. But, like you said, I don't know when. I don't know why they're trying to control that, because at the end of the day, they will be making money.
Yeah, I mean, it makes no sense. I know. I just don't get it. I mean, I was going to download what was it, FanDuel Sportsbook on my app. I mean, on my iPhone. Said I couldn't because I lived in California. Like, what? That's right. Darn it.
Yep, can't do it.
Yeah,
do it.
that's just ridiculous. So you launched Winter Olympics. I saw that in the email. How did that come about?
You know what? When I pitched, we always had the Olympics in our pitch, right? So we want to get the data to kind of showcase our technology, and then say we could do all sports, right? So that's something we always wanted to build, and when we had the opportunity, we decided to do that. I actually worked with 8 Sacramento State students. It was their computer science students, and it's their last year. This was their senior project. So I submitted the Winter Olympics app to their, I guess, engineering computer science department, and the students will select which projects they want to work on for the entire year last year. And they selected ours. We actually had maybe 7 to 8 groups of students trying to develop the product. I'm like, dude, I just gave it to the first one. Sorry, you're late. But
Oh wow.
I had a great team. We worked it on an entire year, figured out how, let's launch this baby. Sometimes, I work for startups and corporate companies in the product department, and sometimes we develop things and don't launch. It's like, let's launch this, and did what I can to make sure we go live with it. So we're live now with the Android app. iOS seems to be a little bit more difficult with Apple's compliance and policies. So hopefully we're live maybe in a day or two.
How about we do the World Cup? That's coming up, right?
When is that? I knew it was coming up. I mean,
It's
there's
this summer. It's
summer.
in
Yeah, we can do
Qatar.
the World Cup. That's a possibility. Like you said, kind of developing the Olympics app. We could use this. I would say, I don't know if you want to call it a template or
Yeah, the
framework.
process, template, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
to launch World Cup, right? So that's something we also want to showcase that, okay, we can reuse this for, the World Cup or any other leagues, whether it's soccer, cricket, or anything like that, right? So,
Oh, that's right. You did cricket in India. How did that go? How did that
yeah,
go?
no, it's going fine. I mean, cricket is a little different because I don't know too much of it, but we have a team out there that's working on it. So I think there's potential there. Cricket is huge in India and UK and in the Europe, but something we could definitely tap into as well.
How long did it take to build that particular product, the Olympic product? Was it 6 months, 3 months?
You know what? It was an entire year project because this was their senior project, and of
Oh,
course, they had
right.
breaks, and they did it part time, right? So there was 8 students that worked on it, but definitely not a full time effort because they still have school and so forth, and then summer break and winter and spring breaks and that.
Now that you have the template or process, do you guys think you could do it quicker? Like if you went to the Masters, for example, or the PGA, and you guys were doing every tournament, I guess that wouldn't be smart. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe Ryder Cup, something like that.
Yeah, that's something something we looked at. Our business model is white labeling it, right? So,
Right.
but yeah, it's really changing out the data sets and developing the API, so that shouldn't be a problem for us since we have already built something from the ground up. Just maybe changing, just data sets and so forth. So, but that's definitely the plan that we've thought of when we launched this as well.
How did you get those students? Did you know somebody?
You know what? I was I think I'm subscribed to Startup Sack. I believe someone posted um, for projects, and definitely just filled out the form and just got an email back. So yes, to submit just confirm that we have the project, and then we'll let you know if the students will select your project. And the other thing is, I know you've seen the voice app. It's actually developed by UC Davis students, 4 of them. And they
Wow.
select, yeah. So me as a as a founder and with limited resources, I try to find resources that could help us, grow and keep the expenses very low. And so the local college has been helping us develop products and kind of showcasing technology and developing prototype to demo, right? So we've been lucky enough to have two groups, one from UC Davis and one from Sac State, but definitely it was a great resource for us.
That's awesome. I wish I was that smart. Let's talk about your startup. Is this your first startup?
No,
That's right.
This my third startup. I helped co-found a couple prior to Fanalyze, but definitely something I'm really passionate about, right? And something I want to see get to the finish line.
If you had to give it advice, somebody that might want to start an app or a business, what would it be?
Try to sell it prior to launching. Try to get validation. Get some pre-sales before you launch it, right?
Is that what you guys did?
No. If I could start over,
okay,
that
fair
would have
enough.
been that would have been because I think revenue is clears a lot of headaches, right? Whether it's fundraising, pitching, and so forth, and of course, product market fit really depends on you getting revenue. So if you can get there prior to launch, I think that's very important.
So would you put out or set up a website and threw up the marketing message?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put a landing page and
Right.
pre-order, and that shows proof that people are actually interested, right? So you don't have to answer that question of are people willing to pay for your product or use it. You already have proof prior to launch, which makes it a lot easier
Right.
in the long run.
No, that makes perfect sense. Are you
Yeah.
are you on Product Hunt?
Yeah, we are in Product Hunt.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
actually launched the Fanalyze product on there. We got top 3 product of the day.
Wow.
I think in May, maybe a year or 2 ago. So we got top 3 product of the day, and then we actually launched the voice app on there as well. Didn't get too high in the rankings, but definitely got some upvotes.
Who hunted you? Did you know somebody prior or?
Yeah, one of our mentors. We worked with
Okay.
them, and they hunted us this time.
That's awesome. So you said the Cricket app's doing well. How are you promoting that in India?
Yeah, I have a team over there that's doing some flyers, reaching out to local communities, and also some digital stuff as well. But that's something we want to improve and see if we could grow that. But we're just limited in resources, so we have to stay focused on some things and then expand from there. So that's been the goal is try to get things going here first, because I am here, which is a lot easier, and then we'll expand whatever we have in international.
How are you doing marketing right now? Facebook ads? Can you do that?
Yeah, we're
Because-
testing. Yeah, we're
Good.
testing Facebook ads, Google ads, and so forth, Reddit ads, and Apple search ads.
Reddit ads? Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
that makes
Reddit.
sense. Yeah.
Reddit.
Yeah, I forget. I mean, I'm not as familiar with Reddit. Obviously, I have a username and password and all that, but I don't necessarily go on it that often. I'm more of a YouTube video person.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. One of the tools that we use on the podcast, I use what's that company called? StatMuse and StatHead.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with them?
StatMuse, yeah. I think StatMuse, yeah.
How do they compare?
No, that's a good company. I looked at them. They do NLP. They've raised a lot of money.
Yeah, I saw that.
they're focused on that. And I don't see them doing the comparison piece, which is good because I could probably sue them for that.
Now you can.
And now I can.
Yeah, with the patent.
That's right. Now they look more, more fun with the imagery and cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've heard of them, but definitely. I don't know how they're doing. Are they partners with? Do you know how?
I don't.
Revenue model. I don't see.
I don't think they have a revenue model right
now. I heard
So-
one company they spent a lot of money, or raised a lot of money. And they're saying the natural language processing stuff is difficult to, I guess, monetize.
Right.
But that's what I heard from another person. But it seems they're still going, which is pretty good.
Do you know how much money they raised? By any chance?
That's a good question. I know at least 20 million at least.
Well, I mean, these days, everybody seems to be raising 20 million. It really reminds me of the late 90s, early 2000s, right before the .com, the original .com blew up. But,
sorry, 10 million. I just checked them on Crunchbase.
Okay, 10 million.
But still good. Yeah, that's still 4 rounds. Yeah.
Ooh, that's called dilution.
They're actually at Series B. Yeah, no. They're actually at Series B. So yeah, it's not good.
So the Dolphins got a new coach. Let's go back to the NFL. Mike, what's his name? Mike McDaniel. He's 38 years old. He's been with Kyle Shanahan and McVay and all those so-called boy geniuses. Well, they're in their 30s, so they're not boys, but they're younger than typical coaches. So that's pretty exciting. I know we had a bad transition from our last coach, Coach Flo. But this guy's an offensive so-called genius, but then they all seem to be that way, right? At this point.
Yeah. You never know. I mean, offense is great, but who's going to deal with defense?
Well, luckily for the Dolphins, we actually have a pretty good defense. That's one thing that Coach Flores, did well was defense.
Yeah.
What he didn't do
he was
offense. Yes.
He was a defensive coordinator with the Patriots at one point, right?
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
for quite a few years. Yeah, quite a few years. I don't know if he was calling the plays because it's Belichick, but he was the assistant coach / defensive coordinator when they won the last Super Bowl.
Got it.
All right, it's time to do some prop bets.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you going to use your app?
Yeah, let's see if it picks it up.
All right. I sent you the link, right? I thought.
Yeah, I'm on there right now, actually.
All right. So we
There's
talked
so many
about
prop bets. It's insane.
Yeah, we won't go through every single one. We'll be here all day. We already talked about who's going to win. You think the Rams are going to win?
I think so. 4.5.
I think if the Rams win, it's a blowout. If it's close, I think the Bengals win.
Yeah. I agree with that.
That's where I am right now in my head. All right, let's go with passing yards. Stafford, 279.5 yards.
279.
Is the over? 281.5 is the under.
I think they're both going over.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I think.
Any particular reason?
I don't know why. I just have that's a good question. Let me take that back. I know Matthew Stafford's going to go over.
Okay.
I think I'm more comfortable with that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And then Burrow is what, 275.5?
275, yeah.
Yeah, and 276 under. Yeah, I think I would go with actually, you know what? No, they've been winning with defense. And
that's a good point. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, I think I would go under on that one.
Do you remember how many yards did Mahomes have?
Oh, that's in the first half? Because he didn't do much in the second. No, I mean, we can look it up, but I don't. Let's
Do you
look
think
that up.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know if did he make over?
That's funny. You know what comes up? Stat News.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, our competitors.
Let's see here. Okay, they're giving me.
Do you remember the game that what game did they play the Chiefs? Or
Well, they beat
yeah,
him
when
twice. They beat him twice over
twice.
the
What was
last.
the first game?
It was in Cincinnati. All right, so Mahomes threw for 275 and 3 touchdowns for the game,
275, 2 touchdowns.
and Burrow threw for 250 and 2 touchdowns.
Let me see if my app could pull that up.
Let's do it.
Patrick Mahomes had 270 passing yards in the 17th game.
So he had almost the same amount of yards
Yeah,
because he had 275 and 3 touchdowns in the playoff game.
so it'll be close. That's why I guess the prop bets is set that way, right?
Right. Well, they're not here to lose money. They didn't build all those big hotels and casinos on losing money. I think that's called a VC play.
That's right.
All right. So you think Stafford's going over?
I think so. I believe
Okay.
so.
All right.
If I believe they're going to win by a lot, I think he's going to go over.
All right. And Burrow, 275, 276 over under.
Yeah, I think the defense is going to stop. I think like you said, Rams has a better defense.
Yeah.
I think they'll slow him down. So he'll go under on that one.
Makes sense to me. All right. Rushing yards. I mean, both teams like to run the ball. Cam Akers and Sony Michel. I mean, Cam, over the last couple of games, I'm pretty sure he's had more carries and yards.
Yeah.
So Cam Akers is 63.5 for the over and 65.5 for the under.
Ooh.
I think he'll be under, personally.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is I think they're going to throw the ball more than run the ball.
That's what I think, because their D line is pretty good, right? So, and the receivers are, I don't know how you can stop.
All right. So Cam Akers, Joe Mixon. The over is 60.5, under 63.5.
I think he, like you said, I think he's going under as well.
Yeah, me too. I think he'll if the Bengals win, it's going to be through him getting the ball, but through passing versus running.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
Here's a good one. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Here's a good one. The quarterbacks. Will Joe Burrow run for 10 yards, 10 and a half yards? Or under 11 and a half yards?
Oh, that's easy. That's over.
Yeah. No. If he doesn't have an over on that, the Rams are kicking the crap out of him.
Yeah, that's an easy one. That's over.
Because with Vaughn on one side and Donald up the middle, he's going to be running for his life.
He's going to get killed.
Oh, this is even funnier. Matthew Stafford, 5.5 over, 5.5 under.
That's a tough one, man. I think he's going to at least run one time, right? 1 or 2 times.
You know, if I was him, I'd go to the coach going, hey, roll me out for a run. My family, you probably can't do this, but my family has money on it. They put $100,000. Just give me 6 yards.
Nice. That's a tough one, actually. I'm not sure on that one. What do you think?
Under. Matthew Stafford isn't somebody that
runs. He doesn't run usually. No. Only if he's running for his life. But
yeah, and that's normally backwards because he's getting sacked.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the wide receivers. We won't do all these, like I said. We'll just do a few more. Cooper Cup, 105 over, 107 under.
Cooper Cup averaged 90.27 receiving years over the last 2 seasons. Therefore, we believe that he will likely have under 105.
That's the stats through 2 seasons, but I think in this game,
By the way, that was amazing. I love that.
yeah, no,
That was so cool.
something we try to improve. That's something, we're one thing we built Fanalyze is to speed up research, right? So getting to a certain data point is something we always wanted to develop, but didn't get a chance to. And of course, we need to improve on it. But that's some of the technology that we're building. So if you're at, the sports book or need some quick stat, just use voice or text to get that information, right? So don't see StatMuse doing it that way, but that's part of our technology. And I could say our patent pending is on prop bets analysis.
So you're going to be responsible for the casinos losing money on prop bets. Is that what I just heard?
They have 20 PhDs we have to go against.
That's a great point. Yeah, that's a very valid point.
I mean, that's the plan, right? So we're trying to improve your chances of winning. I mean, you still have to deal with the spread and so forth, but
right.
Yeah, and that's our goal, is to get you that data and that competitive edge to increase your chances of winning, and that's and to speed that up, right? So those two goals of ours is really speed up research and help you win.
How this actually brings up a question. If that was right, the recommendation is it's going to be under. Does the user get to say, yes, I was right? Like they get to be like, yeah, so they can build their own win-loss record, I guess?
Yeah, no, we don't have that now, but that's something. So when you say is actually tracking each user's bet, or even just tracking tracking us as well.
Yeah, both. Yeah, I mean,
Both.
the recommendation, and again, I obviously don't know the underlying technology, but I believe it said recommend that it's going to be under. If that was right, as a user, I would be like, yes, they were right, and click maybe a like button or have their own user profile, which ones I got right, which ones the system got right. Because if I don't take the recommendation and I bet that they'd go over, then I can be like, well, I've used the voice app 10 times. I only took the recommendation of 2 of them, and I was wrong.
Yeah, no.
You'd be like, maybe I should be listening to it. Basically, is what I'm getting at.
That's something we want to track, because that could be, I would say, a promotional piece. 100.
Right? I mean, you can go both ways, right?
Both ways, yes. Yeah. So,
but
and that's we don't want to get in trouble, like you said. It goes both ways.
Exactly. No, that would be a great add-on to the app, but that's just my 2 cents. Or you can keep track of it in the back end.
Yeah, we'll track in the back end. Yeah,
keep track of the back end, and then send them an email saying, "Hey, you did this. You've asked these many questions. Here's the ones we got right." So maybe it's not part of their account profile, but you have it.
Yeah.
And so just, hey, I'm not a product guy like you. I'm just giving you my 2 cents.
No, it's great, because you want to track your progress to improve, right? And
absolutely,
your results. That's something you have to do, and then you always try to continue to improve based on variables. So that's definitely a must for us, is trying to improve as much as we can.
All right, let's get back. Let's do a couple more. And we've been talking for a while. I know you're a busy man. So let's see here. Jamar Chase, 78.5 over, or 80.5 under?
I think he's going over. Wait, who's guarding him?
That's a great question. My guess from
Ramsey.
yeah. Well, I heard somebody, and I'm not sure if it's ESPN, Fox Sports, or whatever, saying that instead of Ramsey taking Jamar Chase, he should take T. Higgins, and they should double Chase, which means Tyler Boyd would have to.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great insight.
Yeah.
If Jamar Chase is getting double, he's not getting 70.
He's not getting 80. Yeah. Exactly.
He's not getting 80. Yeah.
Exactly. Because when they do double Chase, T. Higgins, and the only reason I know this is because T. Higgins was on my fantasy team. When he was single covered over in the slot, he would kill it. He would just get me points. So when I heard that, I thought, damn it, that's a really freaking good idea. Why haven't more teams do that? Although not everybody has a Ramsey, right? So
yeah, no, not everyone has a Ramsey, like you said.
All right. So depending on, I honestly think no matter if they double him, if he's not over 78, the Rams win by 20.
Yeah.
So if I was betting that way, I would probably go over. But they're definitely going to double. All right. Speaking of T. Higgins, 68.5, 70 point. Let me rephrase that. 68.5 over, 70.5 under. I'm a T. Higgins guy, so I'm going to go over personally.
That's what I was thinking over too. I think they're going to try to take away Chase.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And I think Boyd is going to go over 39.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. No, I mean, what's his average?
If those two guys are covered, then he has to go to Tyler.
Well,
man.
if that is true, or they're going to throw it to
Joe
Mixon. So
yeah.
I actually think
Mixon will go around.
Of all those bets, and obviously you don't bet on all of the prop bets. The prop bet that stands out to me is Joe Mixon 24.5 over.
Yeah, that's a good bet.
That's the one I would make personally.
Yeah, that's a good bet. I believe in that one.
All right, we'll do one more. Let's see here. What's a good one? All right, we'll do two more. First turnover of the game. Is it an interception, fumble, turnover on downs, no turnover? So interception is minus 160. Fumble is plus 160.
Wow.
Turnover on downs, no turnover, plus 700.
I want to say interception. I mean, how many interceptions did they have the last game?
The Bengals
right?
The Bengals had two against Mahomes. One in regular in the second half, I think it was, and then one in overtime. Which one of the
Rams
game?
had, I think, two, right? Did Brady throw two interceptions or one?
Did he?
Yeah, I think
I don't remember.
See, this is the thing about how we built Fanalyze voice. It's something we could go back and get that information, right? So how do you get that now? You have to go Google it, go to NFL.com, find that.
And search.
Yeah.
You don't think turnover on downs, no turnover? I mean, that's basically 3 and out, right?
Yeah.
That's the first turnover of the game, but it's plus 700. So why are you going to bet that?
Although
Tannehill did throw an interception in the first throw of the game against the Bengals.
I don't think he's going to do that again, is he?
Tannehill's not playing, so.
Okay.
And that might be why he's not playing.
That's funny.
All right, so that's a tough one for me. I don't think I would make that bet. But you're right. I would probably go with interception.
Yeah.
Just because it's minus. All right. Either team scores in the last 2 minutes of the first half. Yes, minus 350. No, plus 275.
Last half. Man, that's a tough one. I think so. I think someone will score. Last 2 minutes of the game.
There's got to be stats on that. Is that something the app can do? What are
No,
the stats?
we've been looking at that. We're actually looking at, it's hard to get quarter or half data, but that's something we've been looking at. Like, okay, how many times did they score in the first quarter? How many times did they score in the second quarter, first half, third quarter, fourth quarter, second half? We don't have anything, under 2 minutes, but that's, a stat we could definitely look into, right? But just trying to get that data per quarter for more prop bets analysis is tough. But we definitely have looked into it. So
Who do you get your data from again? Isn't it Sports Radar?
we have Sport Radar.
I mean, that's one of the aggregated sources. Yeah. I'm shocked they don't have quarter by quarter data. I mean,
but we've developed APIs to get. What we've done is develop APIs to get prop bets analysis from several sports betting companies. We're actually also provide analysis for those prop bets. We haven't integrated it yet, but definitely look out for it next NFL season. So,
got it. So we have NBA, which I believe the tool uses, right? I mean, the app.
Yeah, we have NBA. Yeah,
and you have Major League Baseball.
Yep.
Although baseball's on strike, that's a whole different discussion.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Are you guys doing March Madness?
No, we don't do any college.
Okay.
Something we definitely look into. I mean, because that's March Madness is huge.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, there's certain events like Olympics, March Madness,
Yeah,
the World Cup, stuff like that. That I would. I mean, you've already shown that you can do the Olympics. So doing these other special events, you could probably partner with some lids or I don't know, some company that they could maybe either private label it or sponsor it. I guess lids is just the one that I'm looking at. One of my hats that I bought from lids. That's the only reason I brought that up.
Very nice.
That'd be a great idea. And those would be big whales, right? You could.
Yeah, it's huge whales. Yeah, something we definitely could do.
Perfect. Sure. All right. So let's see here. Anything else you want to add? I know we've been talking for at least an hour, and I really appreciate your time.
No, thanks for having me.
Anything else you want to pitch? Go download in your favorite platform.
Yeah, just download the Fanalyze app on the Google Play and Apple App Store. Take a look at our NFL Voice app too, Fanalyze NFL Voice, and try it out. Yeah, we're continuing to improve and testing out before we integrate to the main Fanalyze app.
And I know not a lot of people are watching the Olympics for political reasons. Whatever reason you want to throw out. But it's a good way to get the information by downloading the Olympic app as well.
Yeah, Fanalyze Winter Olympics. Thanks, you Art. We're live on Google Play in process of review in the Apple App Store. So hopefully in a day or two we'll be live.
Great. Hey man, it's great catching up. We know I think we still need to golf, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
So what are you doing Friday? I'm kidding. I mean, if you're not busy Friday, I can golf on Friday. So
I'm actually doing a talk in Roseville about Fanalyze. It's a coffee talk, and I have an investor meeting in the afternoon. So Friday would probably be a bad time, but I'm definitely ready to go.
All right.
Get some balls.
I've been practicing. I'm not a very good golfer. I'm not a great golfer, but I think I found my swing.
Oh, that's good.
I've been what is it? It's on the Golf Channel. I think it's called Learn from the Pros. And I've been recording them. Oh yeah, unbelievable. Because here at Lake of the Pines, the ball's either above your feet or below your feet.
Oh, I hate that.
Every time. So I've been
Yeah.
practicing and learning, and it's actually helped my game out.
I bet. Yeah.
So, anyway, hey, it's been great catching up.
Thank you, Art.
Again, thanks for the time.
Yeah. Anytime.
Go download the app, people. It's awesome.
All I see is money, 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 money. Yeah. All I see is money, money,